Hello, how is it going? I hope you're doing great. Welcome to a different corner of my lovely little office. Yeah, this is a bit more jungly bit, I would say. So, what is going on? What are we doing here? Like, this is obviously my desk. This is where I have my lessons, and this is where all of the studying and all of the magic takes place. And in this video, I would like to try something a little bit different, right? Like, I've got this idea in my head, and we will see how that's gonna go. So, as you can see, the quality is a little bit different because I'm actually using my web camera. You can probably see the logo over here as well because I'm testing out this streaming service. Because one beautiful day, I would like to do these types of videos live. Exciting, isn't it? Like, we're gonna see how it's gonna go. So, what's the plan? So I would like this to be like a study with me type of a video, right? Because I'm an English teacher, right? I started to teach in 2017, which was 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's going to be 24. So we are very soon, or we will be entering the 8th year of my teaching. And my students usually come to me with two problems, right? Problem number one is conversation. They cannot speak. They're like, I just feel like a piece of shit. When I speak, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel confident. So I want to focus on conversation. And the second problem is I can't remember new vocabulary, or I already feel quite comfortable when I speak and I would like to learn something new, right? I have to say that 99% of my students come with the problem number one, hence my channel. And those self-talk videos on my channel, because I know that it's a problem number one and I want to help you with that. That's why I do my self-talk videos, where you can practice your speaking skills, practice your conversation skills, so that you could be comfortable. And these videos, those ones would be the solution to the problem number two, right? Which is studying new vocabulary. Most of my students struggle with motivation, right? They just don't want to study, first of all, let's be honest, or they cannot find the time, or they just don't remember, to sit down and actually study. So I would like to help you with that, right? Yeah. So how it's going to be happening, right? So let me show you something. So this is my lovely collection of Cambridge exams. I've got a lot of these books because at some point, it was actually in England, I had this like wonderful period of time when I was studying like crazy. I'm really proud of that time of my life. I was getting ready, to become a teacher one beautiful day. And I did a lot of studying. And since I started to teach, I actually haven't opened those. Apart from those like couple of students who wanted to focus on new vocabulary, advanced vocabulary, proficiency vocabulary, but I haven't done any studying by myself actually, and I miss it. I miss it a lot. I just love the process of studying and learning new things, and all of that. I just love it and I miss it, and I thought that we might actually do it together. Like in these lovely little books, there are many like beautiful articles full of new and beautiful advanced vocabulary. at some point I actually did go through all of them, and let me just show you one of these little bad boys. Because I used to study a lot, and I took a lot of notes, because there is a lot of vocabulary that I didn't know. And the thing is that there is a lot of vocabulary that I just don't remember. And I'm pretty sure that there is, because I haven't gone through like all of those things, like every single little page. So there are definitely things I have never seen before, I've never heard before. And I want to study again. I really do want to, because I just love the studying process, right? So the plan will be for us to go through all of this together. What do you think about that? Anyway, so the option number one is actually for you to sit down with me and go through this vocabulary together and go through this studying process together. Or if you've got your own things, you might actually like just play this video, sit down, put me on mute, because I do speak a lot when I study. Put me on mute and just like study with me together. Like, in case you know these study with me videos, then it's a great way of like motivating yourself, when it's like difficult for you to sit down and actually like study. It's better to do it with someone. But when you don't have the studying partner, you can find a lot of people online who will study with you. Kind of. So yeah, you can like put me on mute and you can do your bits, or you can study what I will be studying, which is all of this. Like, I was actually thinking that I might create some of these videos, like for example from English with Lucy, or these like scripted YouTube videos where I would be telling you like, this word means this and this and this and this and this and whatever. But just because I'm an English student mainly, right? I'm an English student and I don't know everything. There are so many things I don't know. There are so many things I have never seen before. I can just like keep it real. And we can actually like study together, right? Rather than me, pretending that I am a teacher who knows everything. We can actually like sit down and actually like study together and go through the studying process together. Because if you have watched my video about studying new vocabulary, then you know that my studying process is very, very lengthy. Yeah, there is a lot of steps. It takes a long time. And when my students, or even when I watch these like fancy videos from Lucy or some other teachers, you watch it and then you forget it. That's the thing. If you don't do this, this actual studying bit, you will forget everything. You just will. Yeah, like you can watch the video, you can be happy, and you can feel productive, and you're like, yeah, I watched video and I've heard a lot of new fancy vocabulary. But if you don't take notes, if you don't study those words like for yourself, by yourself, on your own, you will easily forget it. So I think, instead of me just, passively like teaching you something, we can be more active and we can actually go through the studying process together, which is, doing the research, doing the research, like checking out the dictionaries, looking for example sentences, and then actually like feeling the vocabulary and like looking for opportunities of how we can use it in our lives, like creating our own examples and playing with those meanings and like what it really means and how we can use it, because that's the lengthiest process. And of course, like taking notes and trying to like remember that vocabulary forever. In terms of taking notes, I decided to update the game. Is that the expression? Probably not. But basically, in those vocabulary videos, right, what I said was that it's much better for you to because it so you can keep vocabulary, like in so many different ways. Nowadays you've got applications, you've got websites, you've got whatever, but I'm really old school. Like, as you can see, I've always been a big fan of pen and paper, and I do the research, I write things down, but then I like to keep the vocabulary visible. I like to keep it around my room, somewhere where I can see it. Because in order to study from these like applications and shit like this, you have to like intentionally open the application. You intentionally have to, like sit down and decide to go through that vocabulary. But I don't want to do that. As I told you, I'm a lazy student, so I want the vocabulary to be somewhere. So I want to put it somewhere. I want to make it visible. I would put it onto my mirror. This thingy behind me is actually a mirror, so I would put it like on there, or actually behind you, I've got this little board where I would keep my vocabulary. And in order to make it pretty, actually, I've got these ones. These ones are like, I don't know, I've never seen it before, but it is probably for some like crafty people. And there are these beautiful like papers with beautiful patterns on them. And they just look really cool. And I just got over the board I went over the board and I bought a lot of them. Oh my god, and they are just really, really cool. I guess my male audience is really like excited right now. But I guess if there is any girl watching, like, oh my god, you are getting really excited. So basically, I would like to keep these beautiful litter papers. I've got these markers, beautiful selection of beautiful colors. And I've said the word beautiful like 300 million times already. But anyway, and I'm going to take the notes and I'm going to write it on these beautiful, magnificent, gorgeous, lovely, mesmerizing pieces of paper. And I'm going to keep it visible in my room so it looks pretty, it looks cool, and every time I am in this office, every time I look around, I will see the new vocabulary and I will stay in touch with it for about months, let's say, until it is really engraved in my brain. And then I will move on. So that's the plan for this. That's the plan. And also, like, one beautiful day, I would like to do these sessions live, right? Like, hence this, interesting concept. Because I will be sharing my screen. That's why I am using this StreamYard thingy. Because I will be sharing the dictionaries online and all of those things that I need for the research, and I want you to see that. And this is probably the only possibility for us to be looking at the same thing. So yeah. Have I said everything that I wanted to say? I don't know. But anyway, we've got 40 minutes. That was a beautiful little introduction, and I can see that my t-shirt is dirty. Well, I've got a dog. And this is his drool, because we had a little cuddle, and he is fluffy and he is very, very drooly. So please excuse my dirty everything. Anyway, so what's the time? 19:30. So that's the time to start, shall we? We're going to have an hour session today, or maybe a little bit longer. We will see how that's going to go. We will see if I actually even upload this video. So actually, I don't know what I'm doing. So let's give it a try. So what we're gonna do is the fact that I'm gonna start sharing, and we're gonna share the screen. Boom, boom, boom. And the first thing I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna open my dictionary. So the first one is going to be the Cambridge Dictionary. The second one is going to be the the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. I'm going to go for the Oxford Dictionary because surprisingly, all of these dictionaries are different, right? And I'm going to go for the Google, like in general, like the Google dictionary and stuff. I'm actually saying dictionary. I'm not saying translator because this entire process doesn't include translating. It just doesn't, because translating is stupid and it just stops you from progress. So we are not translating. This is a full immersion in English, activating your English brain only, as I said like 300 million times in every single video that I have made. So no translators. We don't need translators. Unless you want to be a translator, you don't need to translate, right? Oh my God, my mouth is dry. So let me take a sip, shall we? All right, so that's that. And mainly what we're going to open is actually Youglish. This is the best website in the entire world. It's so gorgeous. So this is the base. This is what I need for my research, and this is exactly why we should be doing this together, because it's a lengthy and complicated process, right? And the material that we are actually going to be using is from, where is it? Where are you? It's going to be this one, the Cambridge English Proficiency #1, and there is this gorgeous little article. Like, as I was skimming through the books, I just picked up, this one, and boom, there is this giant bad boy over here. And as I was skimming through the text, I actually realized I don't know these words. So I think we might go through that. I actually took a picture of that, so I'm gonna show you that. Actually, as you can see, I'm not a very technical type. I'm just not. Yeah, it's gonna take me. That's why I need to test it. This video is just a joke. Because I don't know what I'm doing, and I want to present. Stop the screen slides. I don't want slides. No, stop the screen. Present this bad boy. Yes, here we go. Oh yes, there it is. Oh my God, look at the professional photo of mine. Can you actually see it? Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. You can see, actually, these underlined thingies are made by me. Because as I was reading through the text, I would underline those words that I didn't know, obviously. And it's quite beautiful. This is actually a really cool thing to do, because as you are, progressing and you are studying more and more and more, then you can actually look back, and go back to these little books, and you can see how much you have improved. Because with languages, it's really difficult to see your progress. It's really difficult to measure, how good you are, and how I know there is a lot of levels of English and a lot of exams and all of this shit, but it's bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, but it is like one big bullshit, because like with these exams we are operating like under like a massive pressure, so it's not like a true like depiction of your actual level, because that's your level under stress, and that's not like real. And in terms of like speaking and like understanding and like writing, it's really difficult to measure everything, but this way you can genuinely see your progress and stuff. So I prefer this. I hate exams, you know that. But I love these materials. Like, ironically, like I love these articles. They are really random. There is a lot of like I don't know, just random articles about like different topics, and it's quite cool, and it's full of beautiful vocabulary. So I like it as a studying material, like as an inspiration, and not like I'm not using it like for the purpose of like taking the exam or like doing the test. Like, fuck that. No, that's not necessary. So anyway, pim. Yeah, let's go closer. So let's have a look at this first paragraph, shall we? So should I read it for you? Okay, let me read it. So Roger Scrutton's, or like the title. Joanna Knight reviews Roger Scrutton's book Beauty. All right. Okay, so what is it about? So Roger Scrutton's, let me just make it bigger. Oh my god, I need glasses probably. Fucking hell. La la la. This is going to be messy. Should I be doing it live? I don't think so. So, Roger Scruton's new book Beauty is a lucid and often graceful compendium. What the fuck is that? Compendium of his reflections. He discusses beauty in nature and art, and above all, in buildings. Even in an artistic paradise like the city of Venice. Oh my god, I feel like I'm in school. Kind of. I can't read out loud. Scrutton's attention moves quickly from the heroic buildings on the waterfronts to the modest neighbors that surround them. Ravishing beauties, he says, are less important in the aesthetics of architecture than those that create a soothing context, a continuous narrative, as in a street or a square where nothing stands out in particular. Oh my god, I should have practiced this. That was the most rubbish thing I have ever. Oh my god, Dad. Oh my god. I will work on my reading. Yeah, okay, I will. I promise. Fucking hell. You know what is funny? That, I can't do like scripted things, like scripted lessons, scripted videos. No, I just like speak spontaneously. I prefer that, but then I'm always like disappointed with the result, and I'm like, fucking hell, I should have prepared a script. But then or like I should get like ready for the video. But then when I actually do that and I create I create a script, I just like fuck it up, and I just can't get things like out of my mouth, and like words out of my mouth. So I have to be spontaneous, but I hate being spontaneous, and I prefer being, like I would prefer like have a scripted and prepared stuff. But then I hate it, so I have to, it's a vicious circle. It's a vicious circle, and I don't know how to get out of that. So just fuck it, like it is what it is. If you don't like it, fuck off. Anyway, by the way, can you hear me? Is the mic working? I don't know. So let's have a look at the word lucid, right? Because that's the one. By the way, I have no idea what I've just read, because as I said, I'm not really good at reading, and I have to read everything like 2 or 3 times. Do you have the same issue that the first time you read something, you just like it doesn't mean anything. You just have to read it like again. I have to. Anyway, the word lucid. So I know lucid dreaming, right? But I don't know what it means in other contexts. So we're just gonna check it out. So I will stop sharing that and let's go to our these bad boys. No, I want you this way. Hey. Oh my god, I'm so shit. Yeah. By the way, in the camera, I don't know what the final quality of this is going to be, but this is not my skin. I feel like I look like I've got a filter on my face. Did you know it's like so glowy? Like my face is incredibly spotty. I look like a teenager. This is fake. Anyway, do I need you? No, I don't need you anymore. So now let's have a look. So step number 1 is going to be putting it basically everywhere. Let's just copy you. Lucid, lucid, lucid. Yeah, and let's see what we got. So Cambridge Dictionary is my all-time favorite one. I just love that one. Maybe it's just because I'm used to it. I just love the way it's organized. Like this is way too messy for me, and this is just, yeah, again, really messy. So lucid, I love it. Oh, I love it. I love this dictionary because we've got both of the pronunciations. Lucid. I'm not really sure if you're gonna be able to hear it, but we will see. If not, then just open it yourself and check it out yourself. So lucid, American pronunciation. Lucid. So it means clearly expressed and easy to understand, or of a person thinking or speaking clearly. That's quite different to what I thought, because lucid dreaming, I thought like that's the dreaming, do you know? That's the dreaming when you are like awake in the dream, so you know what is going on. So that makes sense, right? It's clearly expressed, easy to understand. So in the dream you understand what is going on. It's like real. But I thought it was more like a synonym for vivid, not like coherent. Do you know what I mean? Probably not. Anyway, she gave a clear and lucid account of her plans for the company's future. So lucid account of her plans. Okay, lovely. The drugs she's taking make her drowsy and confused, but there are times when she's quiet. Lucid. Okay, so she's like, she speaks clearly. Oh, okay, so that's easy to understand. Anything else? Of a speech or writing clearly expressed and easy to understand, or of a person thinking and reasoning clearly. The author's prose is lucid and entertaining. Okay, he didn't seem very lucid after the accident, or he probably smashed his head, or he had some trauma. Okay, so what does Miriam say? Lucid, so fast. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Do you know? So fast, luminous, translucent, snorkeling in the lucid sea. I have no idea what this is about. What are you talking about, Miriam? What you doing? I don't know. Okay, Oxford. Lucid, clearly expressed, easy to understand. Lucid style, lucid explanation. Nice. He gave a very lucid account of events. Able to think clearly. Okay, so that's kind of easy. But what the fuck is this? So fast. What the hell is so fast? To spread over through the manner of fluid. We're gonna go back to this one because this is way too messy for my brain at the moment. Translucent, so it's like clear clear in abstract way as well, like not only like physically as well, like lucid, like translucid. Sane, having full use of, okay. Clear to understand, intelligible. Okay, like we will go back to this one later. So fast. I will actually take a note. Or actually, no, we're not gonna get like overloaded with this. We are dealing with lucid, and if you watched another one of my videos, then you would know my rule. And my rule number one is when I see something for the first time, I will happily ignore it, because if it is important, it will come back to me. I will see it again. I will hear it again. And this fast shit. I don't know what this is, and we will deal with it later. So, lucid, we know what it means, right? And we're gonna put it into Youglish as well. Let's have a look at what they say. So, awake lucid dream. Okay.
Painting, awake walking lucid dream.
Okay.
And all of it in a calm, lucid, sparkling, clean prose, nothing rushed.
He's reading something, isn't he? Like, obviously. But the way he was saying those things. Oh my god, you see that?
And all of it in a calm, lucid, sparkling, clean prose, nothing rushed. For a split second.
Okay.
In a lucid order, selecting a joint.
Lucid order? What the bloody hell does that mean? Like clear order? Lucid order. Meaning. Lucid. Easily understood, comprehensible, like lucid order.
Raw material of our life in a lucid order. Selecting and joining up diverse.
Okay, like clear, easy to understand. Okay, join up diverse events.
Static moments, these highly lucid moments. And for me, it's always been.
This is why I love this website so much, because did you see him, like lucid moments?
Static moments, these highly lucid moments.
Lucid moments, it means those moments when you clearly understand what is going on. Like you can comprehend exactly what is going on, like lucid moment. I'm gonna write that down. Lucid moment.
I thought this talk was lucid, it was engaging.
Yeah, so his talk was lucid. So it was easy to understand. It was, coherent, nice.
In such a lucid and compelling fashion. We're gonna have.
Okay.
She said in her estimation he was completely lucid.
Okay, he was completely lucid, so it was really easy to understand him.
But if your mind is coherent, bright, clear, lucid.
Okay, tell me again.
But if your mind is coherent.
If your mind is coherent, bright, clear, lucid. I like that. Okay, I guess I understand what it means. Do you understand what it means? Alrighty, now. So this is the first step, right? Looking for those like examples, playing with that, like really trying to understand what it means exactly. Step number 2 is actually like thinking of you. I'm going to be thinking about me, obviously, but I want you to think about yourself and how you can use the word lucid in your life, right? Have you ever been in a situation where you felt that way? Or like, can you think of a real person that would, speaks in a lucid way? Or when you have lucid ideas, like, can you just, like, now let's just think about ourselves, right? So the first thing that comes to my mind is actually the way I speak and the way I explain things, which is not lucid at all. And I feel sorry for my students, because every time I explain something, especially when it comes to grammar or like more complicated vocabulary, I don't think it is very lucid. It's not. Just isn't. And I wish I was more lucid, but I'm not. No, my brain is too fast and my mouth is so slow. Just it's something is not matching. You know, some cables inside are a little bit broken. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take which one I'm gonna take. Let's start with this green one. Okay, which one I'm gonna take? Da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da. I'm gonna take one of these. Yeah, let's start with green. Oh shoot. Okay, anyway, green, and I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna take orange. Why not? Let's take orange, and I'm gonna write it down. If you prefer like digital version of this, then you know, do whatever you want, but as I said, I'm old school, so I'm gonna write it down here, and I'm gonna write lucid, and I'm gonna write down the meaning of that, which means clearly expressed, easy to understand, thinking and reasoning clearly. And I'm gonna write the example from English actually, because I like all of them. If your mind is your mind is coherent, bright, clear, lucid. And then I'm gonna write my example. I forgot if, which is I wish my explanation, my speech, or anything, yeah, it doesn't matter. My speech was more lucid. Because I'm not. So this is my first note. We've got our first word. Yay! Yeah, and this is it. This is what I'm gonna keep, you know, somewhere in the room with like some other vocabulary, right? And every time I see it, I will look at, yeah, lucid, clearly expressed, easy to understand. I've got some random example, I've got my own example, and basically as that's a step number, I don't know which step it is, but you know, as you keep this, you know, somewhere in your room, if you have like time, like in your head, you should like then like practice a little self-talk again. Yeah, shocking, right? And imagine that you have to explain this word to someone else, right? Pretend that you are a little teacher, right? So speak out loud. Imagine that, you know, somebody is you know, standing in front of you and they're like, hey, what, you know, lucid, what does it mean? Can you explain it to me? I don't understand. And you as a teacher have to explain that to someone else, because this actually reminds me of the is it like pyramid of learning? The pyramid of learning. And when you think about it, we are actually like going through all of these steps of the pyramid of learning. In case you have never seen it, this is the pyramid of learning. So, lecture, right? We got the lecture, reading, audio and visual, demonstration, discussion, practice by doing, teach others. You know, it goes from like nothing of like in terms of effectiveness to the most effective methods, and teaching is the most effective method. It just is, you know. So what we are doing, like, you know, is that's how you find out, you know, like a lecture, you hear the word, right? Then you read it in the dictionary, right? You know, the materials. Then audio, visual, you know, we've got the audio, we've got the English, you know, audio, visual, you see what is going on, right? That's the passive. The demonstration, we had the guy who was saying, you know, the like, your mind is, you know, like whatever, I can't remember what he said. But, you know, like you can feel the word like through him, basically. Then discussion, this is what we were doing like now, or you should have a discussion with yourself when you talk about the vocabulary, what it means, you know, your own examples, you know, playing with it. Practice by doing is actually creating your own examples, or like imagining your own situations of like how you can use it in which situations, like what it really means, like trying to, you know, feel it, see it, you know, and then explain it to someone else, you know, in your head. So that's why it takes fucking long time. It took us 30 minutes. Is it really 30 minutes? Because I'm speaking too much. I think when you actually do this by yourself, like one word would actually take you like 5 or 10 minutes, I think, you know, but just because I've got a problem with verbal diarrhea, it's quite difficult, you know, for me to, but you know, I will get better. I will get better. This is just a test run, right? We are playing with this. Am I actually gonna upload it? I don't think so. We will see. Anyway, so the next word. What was it? Should I? No, I can just show you. I don't want to be changing the screen, but we're gonna go for the word compendium. Can you see that? I'm gonna show it to you like this, and we're gonna go for the word compendium, because I have no idea what that is, to be perfectly honest. I have no idea what compendium is. What the fuck is that? Tell me, Cambridge. Oh shit. Tell me. Sorry. Gonna move you here. Compendium. Let's copy it to Miriam. Miriam, like, sorry, but you have to do better, because I'm really disappointed with the lucid thing. So please, like, you know, help us here. That's that, and we're gonna do it later. So compendium, what is that? The pronunciation?
Compendium.
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 Compendium. Do you know what works as well? Like closing your eyes and like hearing the word. This is what I do, you know, just like that.
Compendium. Compendium.
Compendium. Compendium. Just to really, really like hear it. So plural is compendiums. That makes sense. Or compendia. Okay. So that's stupid. That's what it is. Compendium, compendia. So a short but complete account of a particular subject, especially in the form of a book. What the fuck is that? The Gardener's Compendium. Gardeners, plants. Yeah. I wish you were in my head and you could understand what I'm on about, but never mind. So the Gardener's Compendium. So it's like short but complete account of a particular subject. So it's like the most important information about something, right? Do I have any compendium here? A book? No, like a dictionary? Could a dictionary be a compendium, basically? It's all of the words, do you know? Am I chatting shit? Okay, so a short book in a form of a book. She put together a compendium of early American furniture. What? Why furniture? Would you be interested in early American furniture? Would you? I wouldn't. But the gardener's compendium, like seriously, actually, like a lot of people think that, oh my God, I've got a lot of plants, so I must, understand, and it's a hard work to look after all of those things. Do you know what? No. I need the gardener's compendium. I need it. I need the gardener's compendium. Because I actually don't understand plants. I don't. Seriously, I just don't. I don't understand it at all. Like the only thing I do is actually that, I give them water once a week, right? And that's it. No fertilizers, no anything. And they are just, alive. And do you know why? I think they're alive because of love. Yeah, because of love. Because I give them a lot of love. And during my lessons, there is a good vibe, good vibe, positive energy, happy times. And I think that's it. That's all they need, just be nice to them, sing to them, speak to them nicely. Can you actually hear me? Hello, hello. Anyway, so compendium. So that's that. Let's look at Miriam, because Miriam, she pissed me off before. So, can you give me something that makes sense? A brief summary of a larger work or a field of knowledge. Okay, I like that. Miriam, okay, you redeemed yourself. Because this definition is actually much better than the Cambridge one, isn't it? A brief summary of a larger work. Yeah, brief summary. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm actually gonna write it down straight away. Let's pick a different color, shall we? Like purple. And we're gonna write, oh my God, I broke it. Okay. Oh. Ooh la la. Let's write it down. So, compendium. Oh my God, this one is dead. Are you joking? Compendium. Come on, wakey, wakey. Okay. Oh my God. Why is it not? Okay, so I bought like that. Seriously, they are brand new, and this one has already run out. Okay, fuck you then. Fuck you. Let's try this one. Oh, here we go. Okay, thank you very much. So, a compendium is a brief summary. Brief summary of a larger work. What is going on? It's good? Good. Larger work or a field of knowledge. A list of a number of items. A compendium of folk tales. Okay, what about the Oxford? What do you say?
Compendium.
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 Compendia.
Compendia, nice. A collection of facts. Okay, drawings and photographs on a particular subject, especially in a book. Okay, so it's not just information, it is photographs, drawing, photos, all of those things. Have I ever seen a fucking compendium? Have you ever seen it? I haven't. Have I? No. Compendium. Like I've got tour guide for Brighton, which is a city where I used to live. Is that a compendium? You know, like the best bits of the city? Kind of. Is compendium? Can we ask Google? Oh, nee, nee. Is no says is is travel guide a compendium? Is that a stupid question? Travel compendium. The United Kingdom for it is a compendium of geography. Okay, so it could be connected to traveling as well. Compendium of England, you know, the best bit, the best cities and best sightseeings and best locations to travel art study in Europe. Okay, the secret city of London. Compendium. Travelers Compendium Handbook. Anna Maria Island. What is that? Anna Maria Island. And ooh, did you know about this place? I didn't. Ooh la la. Okay, one day we will meet there and we will retire there. And oh, beautiful. So compendium of that. Okay. So just because I don't have any other compendium, I'm gonna write down the Brighton City Compendium, because that's my own example. I like the Gardener's Compendium as well, because I should definitely find one and read it, because I should fucking understand what is going on. Because I have no idea. I don't know the names of these either. Like seriously, I have no idea. I give them my names. So for example, I've got Mr. Fluffy, I've got Mr. Spike. Mr. Spiky is in the living room. There is Mr. High Five. This is actually Big High Five, and I've got Little High Five. Can you guess why? Because these, you know, like leaves, they look like palms, so it's like high five. So that's his name, you know? And I would like to know what is Mr. High Five's, Mr. High Five's real name. So I will buy the Gardener's fucking hell, such a fucked up word. Compendium. Gardener's I will not use this word. I can tell you already that I will not be using this word. No. Brief summary. I will be using that one. Do you know the word summary? I like that one. You know, easy peasy. It flows nicely out of my mouth. Not the word compendium. Anyway, let's put it into English and let's see what we have got. Compendium. Compendium.
He wrote a compendium of the languages of the Turks.
He wrote a compendium of the languages of the Turks. Okay.
Is as a compendium of very smart people.
Compendium of very smart people. Okay.
In detail, we've also provided a compendium of legislative proposals beyond the ones that I have just.
Okay, blah blah blah.
In North London, compendium books at Chalk Farm, not far from Camden Lock.
I know him. The Bridget Jones Diary. Have you seen the Bridget Jones Diary? That's him, Mr. Rushdie. Yeah, that's the iconic scene from the Bridget Jones Diary. Do you know what I mean? The Bridget Jones Diary. Do you know that was hilarious when she was like, yeah, that's who knows that he's real. I didn't know that he is real. That he's a real person and he was playing himself in the film. Did you know that? I didn't. Now we know. Now we know. You're welcome. Compendium, collection of facts, drawings, photographs, and yeah, shit like this. Okay, so oh my god. Okay. Only compendium.
The only compendium.
Oh my god, he loves that word. That's him again. Oh my god, that's your favorite word, Mr. Rushdie, right? You love a good compendium, right? Don't you?
Meyer book, which was a kind of
Okay, that's your cousin, right? Compendium.
compendium.
Okay, you're funny. Okay, but yeah, whatever. Okay. Assembled, made a deliberation compendium of specimens. Okay. So I guess now we know what a compendium really is. Now let's move on and let's try a different word, and that will be the word ravishing beauties. Ravishing beauties. Ravishing beauties. So again, I would like to share that fucking a picture that I took, but in order to do that, I have to close this, open that thing. Like I just cannot like nicely jump between those things. Or can I? Maybe I can, but I don't know how. So we're gonna do it like this. Where are you? Where are you? And here, somewhere, where is it? Ravishing beauties. Ravishing beauty. That's the one. I just want to know the word ravishing. I do know that one. Except that I don't. I mean, I've heard it before, but I don't remember. Is it like, it's a very positive adjective, isn't it? Ravishing, beautiful. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I didn't. So ravishing, very beautiful. Have I done a video about it? Is it in one of my little short videos? Maybe it's not, but it will be. Because I'm gonna take another piece of paper and I'm actually gonna note it down, because that will be perfect for those short videos, right? What about compendium? Lucid? No. So ravishing. I think I've done it, but I just don't use it. That's the thing, you know? I know it, I don't use it, I don't hear it very often, because I don't have it, you know, around me, but I will write it down here. So very beautiful. And we're gonna pop it here as well. Compendium, and we're gonna do ravishing. Ravishing, which means very beautiful. The ravishing beauty. Do you know what? I actually do remember. I can guarantee that when I was taking notes from this nearly 10 years ago in 2014, right? So 9 years ago, I wrote down ravishing beauty. I just remember, but I don't at the same time. So ravishing beauty, very beautiful. She looked ravishing. Ooh la la. She was a ravishing sight in her wedding dress. Oh, lovely. Ravishing. Let's put it here as well. Ravishing. Unusually attractive, pleasing, or striking. Ooh la la.
Ravishing.
American. Oh no, compendium. Let's do ravishing. Ravishing blonde. Why blonde? What about a brunette? Huh? Gorgeous, extremely beautiful. She looked absolutely ravishing in a pale blue suit, I mean. I think I've got a little bit of like dyslexia or something like this. You know, I'm not really good with numbers. I'm not really good at reading. I have a problem, obviously. So just don't listen to me. What are you doing here anyway? Leave. Ravishing. Oh la la, oh la la. By the way, my internet might be quite shit, so this whole like research and things like this might be shit because I live in the middle of nothing. I live in a countryside and we like physically cannot have fast internet. Like if I could, I would, trust me. But I just can't because, you know, that's what happens when you live in a shithole, you know? So one day, hopefully, I might have better internet, but not now. So deal with it. So ravishing every ecosystem encounter. Okay. A ravishing book. Ooh la la.
Wonderful, ravishing book because I enjoyed this book a great deal, not just as an anthropologist
I enjoyed it a great deal.
of my life, and then I am married to the single most ravishing piece of masculine flesh
Oh my god. Say that again.
of
That's
my life,
cool.
and then I am married to the single most ravishing piece of masculine flesh
I love this sentence. Oh my
of
god.
my life, and then I am married
I am married to the single most ravishing piece of flesh.
to the single most ravishing piece of masculine flesh
Masculine flesh.
on planet Earth. And so this is my husband.
Oh, for 20 years. Oh my god. I love that. They must have great relationship. For your desire or ravishing or being ravished. Okay, so by the way, it's a verb, right? So ravish, to ravish, what does it mean? To give great pleasure to someone. Okay, I will write that down as well. Because ravishing, I will remember, but you know, the verb to ravish, to give great pleasure to someone. I was utterly ravished by the way she smiled. Okay. I was ravished by something. Force a woman to have sex against her wishes. Oh, that changes the game a little bit. Really? Force somebody. So so it's something like the word compelling, if you know, or like something that, you know, like sucks you in, like books compelling, like forceful. So like in terms of the word like beautiful, right? Like it's just so beautiful that you just can't help it. Like there is a lot of these like English adjectives that have this like aggression in them, like something is just so beautiful that you just cannot like stop yourself from admiring it. And that's the word compel. And there is another one. Let me see. Compelling. Evoking interest, attention, enthralled, captivating. That's from the word capture. Word capture, like just like takes you. Gripping, again, like a grip is when somebody is like, you know, riveting. I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, like I didn't know that the word like ravishing is actually Again, there is this force that is in these most extreme English adjectives when it comes to beauty. So I was ravished by something. Force a woman to have sex against her wishes. So she was ravished. Yeah, ravishing, ravishingly. Yeah, that's another cool thing about the Cambridge Dictionary, that you've got all of those versions of this word. This is called like word families, and this is actually one of the best ways of studying the vocabulary, which I forgot about. With the word lucid, because you can have lucid and lucidly, and probably lucid. Lucidly. Lucidity, that's the noun. So we can actually write down all of them. Lucid, lucidity, and lucidly. Like, it's good to like check all of those versions of the word, because instead of one word you can actually have like 5 or something, lucidly, in the way that is clearly expressed, like chapters are clearly structured and lucidly written and stuff. So that one, ravishing, ravishingly, all of them. So we have that ravishingly as well. Ravishingly, ravished, ravishing, yeah, ravished, lucidity. Is it lucidity or lucidity? Oh my god, this is so messy. I'm sorry, but I just have to have the answer. Lucidity. Yeah, that's not orange. Never mind. Lucidity. Okay, never mind. What were we talking about? Ravishing, being ravished. Your desire.
Yet through all the gloom, I can see rays of ravishing light and glory.
Oh, ravishing light and glory. Ooh la la. Ravishing. So
with Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design moves like a ghost.
ooh la la. I would love to be an actor. Like I always wanted to be one. Oh, shit, I have to change my yeah, and just play something. Like this extreme theater. Not like an actor, just being stupid on the stage. That's what I would like, basically. Anyway.
Those ravishing paintings of Bonnard's wife.
I'm sorry, darling. This is not. Stop. Yeah, here we go. This is not a ravishing painting. Like this is terrible. I mean, do you understand art? Because I don't understand art. I don't think this is pretty. This is not ravishing. So now let's think of something ravishing from our lives. Ravishing. What is my dog is ravishing? Yeah, he's the most beautiful doggy in the entire world. He just is, and I love him so much. Yeah, he's gorgeous. Yeah. Anything else? My boyfriend. Of course, my boyfriend. Yeah. He's ravishing. Anybody else? My dog. Ravished. I was ravished by the beauty of my dog. No, seriously, try to come up with your own example of something ravishing. Yeah, I see my dog. Yeah, very beautiful. Yeah, my fluffy little baby. So think about something ravishing and connect it to that. So I will write down ravishing Eddie or ravishing beauty because I've still got like the ravishing beauty in my head. So ravishing beauty of Eduardo slash Eddie, my little fluffy baby. Yeah. So that's that. And actually, one day, if I actually start doing these sessions online, you know, in summer when the sun is shining, or in spring, I can take you outside and we can study on my terrace with my doggy. You don't give a fuck, but I seriously, I wish we could be together because he's outside. Anyway, who cares? Who cares? Next word. Bloody hell. 1 hour and 10 minutes. Really? Really? We've got 4 minutes, right? Because we started at 20. Oh, not 20. Like, I mean, 30 past 8. So we've got 3 minutes left. Jesus Christ, that's really fast. Do you know what? Like, I remember that in primary school and secondary school, like lessons, like 45-minute lessons, were the longest thing in the world. But seriously, now, like when I've got lessons with my students, it goes like this. Like, seriously, like we say hello to each other. I look at the clock and it's like 20 minutes past, you know? And then like boom, 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 like the entire like hour is gone. And even now, like, because I'm having a lot of fun with myself. I don't know about you, but I love it. I love just having fun with the English vocabulary and those like silly things that come to my head, right? So I love that. Let me know if you like it too. Yeah, we'll see. And I forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, I wanted to say that the time flies really, really fast. Yeah, and now I just can't believe that we are done and we've got 2 minutes. But I can tell you what the next word is going. Or should we do 2 hours? Would you? Would you like that? Would you? Like, I would actually. We're gonna take a little break because after every lesson or session, I actually have to go for a wee because my bladder is programmed to go after every lesson. Otherwise, you know, I would burst. I'm gonna actually drink more of this. I'm gonna refill it. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna stretch my body. I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna go for a wee. And then I'm gonna continue because I'm having a lot of fun. We will see if the website allows me, but it should, because I did some tests with the on this website, and it should be okay. So actually, yeah, let's take a little break, shall we? Yeah, let's take a little break. I'm gonna. Yeah, there was actually a possibility. I've seen it. I've seen that some people on the internet, some teachers, oh, Papa, teach me. Do you know that guy? Follow him. He's the best teacher. Papa, teach me. On the internet, this guy. Do you know him? Do you know him? This guy. Because he's done some live streams, and I believe he was using this. And he did some countdown, and I saw it here. So I can actually private chat. I don't want private chat. What do I want? Banners. Brand. Countdown. Did you see that? Oh my god. I can actually rename countdown. Yeah, it's lovely, but can I but what if I want 5 minutes? No, I would like, you know, like 5 minutes. Daydreaming. Do you know what's gonna happen after the... Your break has already started. You can go. I'm gonna play with it. No, seriously, I will put it on there and then we will see what's gonna happen. Why is it like 30 seconds? Let me just change it. I'm just trying to find out what happens after those 30 seconds. Anyway, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to go for a wee and we will see what happens after those 30 seconds are gone. But you feel free to take a 5-minute break and, you know, I will be back in 4 minutes already. Yeah, like... You know. That was for 30 seconds only, wasn't it? Oh my god. Like, I can like easily edit this out, but I don't want to because I want to show you that you can study. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'm gonna do another 30-second countdown and I will run to the kitchen to get some more water. See ya. Now, right. Let me do a little stretch. Do you know what I would... Can I loop it? Can I loop? Is it going to be for longer? Enable to loop to repeat video clips. Okay, edit video. I can put... They're my own. Oh, sorry, I'm just taking this little break for like understanding this website. But anyway, I can put it on loop. So actually I'm gonna stretch my body a little bit because my back is killing me and I'm gonna be back in another minute. So this break is actually longer than 5 minutes. Hey, hello. We are back. We are back, and we can continue. Like, oh my god, I should have washed this little thingy. Anyway, let me just move it a bit this way. Hello. Oh my god. I can like easily edit all of these things out, right? But I don't want to do that because in case I want to do these things live, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be really messy. It's going to be really unorganized, and I have to get mentally used to it. And you have to get mentally used to it as well. So this is what we are working with, and I don't give a fuck, you know? Yeah. So what were we talking about? Yeah, we're actually moving on, right? And we are moving on to another word from this, and that is the word so we had lucid, compendium, ravishing, soothing, and do we know soothing? Do you know soothing? This is the thing, and that's why I would like to do these things live, so that you can tell me those words you don't understand from this text in the future, right? And you could actually like communicate with me, and we can actually do the research of those words you don't know as well, so it would be more effective, like in case you are watching it, in case anybody actually does watch this shit. I mean, like, why would you, like, seriously, out of all of those videos you can watch on YouTube, why would you watch this? Why would you do this to yourself? No, seriously. In case anybody ever watches this, then let me know in the comments, which one of these words you don't know, and we can go through this shitty studying process together. Do you know, like, in case you can go back to the very first time when I shared this, you can like you know how to do it. Anyway, moving on. Sensuous. Yeah, so I'm going to the other paragraph of this, and it's going to be this word, like here. Yeah, that one here, which is the word sensuous. Sensuous. I actually have no idea. Sensual. Sensuous. I guess it's something with pleasure, physical senses. Yes, like senses, right? Because we've got the word sense, we've got 6 senses, touch, taste, hearing, all of this. I can't remember all of them, so it must be something that pleases your senses, right? What's the pronunciation?
Sensuous.
Sensual.
Sensuous.
Sensuous. You're joking. Sensuous. I would say sensuous.
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 Sensuous. Sensuous.
Sensuous.
Sensuous.
Sensuous.
Sensuous. Oh, British people. Oh my god, that was French. Sensuous. So giving or expressing pleasure through the physical senses rather than pleasing the mind or the intelligence. Ooh, so it's physical, passion, love, kissy, cuddly, yeah. She luxuriated in the sensuous feel of the silk sheet. Ooh, silk sheets. They are terrible. I used to have those. They are awful, especially when you've got dry feet. Who knows, but I do, like, my feet get really dry. In case you're wondering, my feet get really dry, so silky sheets are the worst thing because it gets, like, stuck. It's not nice. I prefer cotton. Sensual. Okay, so it's connected to, sensual, sensuous. He had a very sensuous mouth. Sensuous mouth. Like, it looked sensuous, or you know, he could probably taste things. Sensuous, agreeable, okay, pleasing to the physical senses. Her flower garden is a totally sensuous environment. This is sensuous environment, right? He's won critical raves for his sensuous designs. Ooh la la, sensuous, sensuous, sensuous. Sensuous. Relating to senses, sensible. Okay, producing or characterized by gratification of senses, having strong sensory appeal. Sense impressions or imaginary senses. Okay. Sensuous. Giving pleasure to the senses. Sensuous music. Ooh la la. That was the music, actually, like when there was the countdown. Like that music was not like sensuous, but it was a good tune, wasn't it? Like the pam pam pam. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's a good one, isn't it? Anyway, sensuous. I'm drawing to the poetic, sensuous qualities of her paintings. Oh my god, what are you gonna give me? Sensuous. I love that one.
Head, and there is something very kind of sensuous and sensual about the piece. And
So what's the difference then between sensuous and sensual? Sensuous thoughts have pleasant effect on the senses as well as your mind. Sensual thoughts are erotic, sexually arousing. Ooh la la, it's getting hot in here. Ooh, okay. So sensual is more like dirty. Dirty. It's really, really dirty. So sensuous. Yeah, sensuously, sensuousness. All right.
She often painted him in bellowing white shirts with sensuous lips.
Sensuous lips and flamboyant hair. Ooh la la.
Sensuous of those females that are portrayed in the series.
Sexy.
to remain alive and continue a sensuous balance for all of life.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Cuisine by the very sensuous ingredients like
Ooh, like saffron. Okay, sensuous ingredients. And we talk about the taste.
Worshippers, fire worshippers, Shintoists, all that, and then the Pope gets up to
Oh my god.
As well, and there is something very sensual and sensuous about this
Sensual and sensuous. Okay, I'm like, oh, all right.
as well, and there is something very sensual and sensuous about this picture.
Sensual and sensuous. I guess that's the pronunciation of the Queen. You know, sensual and sensuous. You know.
So the paint itself takes on a sensuous, three-dimensional quality.
Okay. Oh, that's rubbish again. I'm sorry. That's a terrible painting.
Aspects of our everyday spiritual lives more tangible by allying certain material and sensual rituals.
Sensual. What do you prefer, sensual or sensual? Sensual. Interesting. Anyway, let's take another color. Blue. Shall we take this bluey blue? Let's make it color. Oh my god, it's actually not as pretty as I imagined it to be, but never mind. So let's do sensuous. Is it like a U-O? U-O-U? Yeah, sensuous. Sensuous. So anything can be sensuous. Sensuous feel of the silk sheet, sensuous feel of my dog's fur, sensuous mouth. Her garden is so oh my god, her office. I'm gonna put that, you know, my office is a sensuous environment, because this place is a very sensuous environment, you know, like 50 shades of green. And I love it. And like food can be sensuous, paintings can be sensuous, all of these things, sensuous qualities of her paintings. Yeah, anything sensory, sensuous pleasure, sensuous pleasure, sensuous verse. Ooh la la, oh my god, sensuous and sensual. I'm gonna write it there as well. Sensual. Sensuous and sensual, which is a little bit more dirty. Yeah. What example have you got about something sensuous? What is it for you? You know, can we think of something different, like food, sensuous, design, paintings? Not those paintings in here, right? Sensuous steel.
Plump and nude, her chastity unbroken by your gaze upon her breast, sensuous.
Sensuous. Oh my god, I love her. No, come back. No. Come here, baby.
Plump and nude, her chastity unbroken by your gaze upon her breast, sensuous and beautiful, unveiled for your courtly pleasure. See.
This is why I love the British accent. You know, like like, oh my god, she was amazing, wasn't she?
Plump and nude, her chastity unbroken by your gaze upon her breast, sensuous.
Oh my god, I actually don't know if you can hear it. I hope you can, because the way she was speaking with the stresses and the emotion, you know, the way, like, fucking hell, it's amazing, isn't it?
From a death camp train is, I believe, a masterpiece of sensuous cinema. It's all
sensuous cinema. Okay, sensuous cinema. Okay, so films can be sensuous as well. All right, sensuous. And let's do another word, and that will be appeals, willingness to consider, blah 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 blah, conscientious discussion. I know these ones. Is there something that I really don't know? Unspoiled wilderness, rooted, self-defining entities, assemblage. Okay, so I'm jumping to the third paragraph, and there is this assemblage. Like, I know the word assemble, which means to put things together, but assemblage. Is it French? Can we just bet, like, if the pronunciation is French and we say assemblage? No, what's the spelling? Assemble. Is it assemblage or assemblage?
assemblage.
Assemblage. Oh, that's boring. I would prefer the French assemblage. So assemblage. A collection of things or a group of people or animals. So it's quite similar to compendium, isn't it? Collection, a varied assemblage. Assemblage of birds was probing the mud for food. The process of joining or putting things together. Yeah, like assemble, you know? Like assemble means to put things together. Disassemble means to take them apart. So assemblage, it's obviously a collection of things, right? A collection of people or things that are brought together for some reason. Assemblage is also a work of art. Assemblage. Assemblage. So in theory, assemblage is like when you put like things together. If you put all of those things into a book, you get a compendium, right? A collection of persons or things, like gathering, the act of assembling, the state of being assembled, an artistic composition made of scraps, junk, wood, paper, cloth, wood, stone, or metal. An artistic composition. Okay, is it really? Okay, let me see. Now that's beautiful, isn't it? Fucking hell. What is that? Okay, modern art. Oh la la. Well, that's impressive. Especially this one. Oh my god, that's creepy. Can you imagine having this in your bedroom? You know? It's in the middle of the night. You need to go for a wee-wee. This is on your wall. Why would you have that? I just don't understand art. You know, like the funny bit is that I actually wanted to be an artist at some point, but I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So, assemblage. What do you say, my darling? Assemblage. A collection of things, group of people. Tropical rainforests have the most varied assemblage of plants and in the world. Okay, I like that. So I'm choosing this sentence, obviously. Assemblage. Should I pick a different color? Oh, these grey. Sorry. So assemblage. Assemblage. Okay, so if you like, I love English, I love the pronunciation, I love everything about English. But there is one thing that, you know, I just can't do, and that is like the spelling. When I see a word like this in my head, it actually, when I'm writing it, it actually goes assemblage. Seriously, I just can't. I have to say it the way I would say it in my native language. I just have to. You know, even like vegetable, comfortable, confortable, vegetable. I just like, yeah, because I just can't. Yeah, because the spelling, the pronunciation is ridiculous. Like, that's why we love English, right? It just, you know, it's exciting, but yeah, that's it. So collection of things, that's what it is, right? Collection of things or people. What's going on here? Because they come together, and assemblage of plants. My room. Okay, so my room is varied assemblage. Okay, let's put varied. Let's put varied. My room is a varied assemblage of plants. As it is. Yeah, it is. And that's that. And assemblage. Let's put it into English. Sorry. Stop looking at me. Assemblage.
This would leave behind what's called a catastrophic assemblage.
Catastrophic assemblage. Okay.
Instead of just taking out the young and the old, this event would have also affected prime-aged adults.
So it's like assemblage of like things that, you know, they like animals that died.
This kind of assemblage gives paleontologists a better snapshot of what the demographics of a group of sloths would have looked like in life.
Group of sloths. Oh, I love them. Okay.
Now, the sloth fossils from Tangalooma.
Sloth.
No greater assemblage of these things, and
There was no greater. I know the guy. Well, whose voice is that? I recognize the voice.
the delight
No,
is
no, 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 no.
no greater assemblage of these things, and the ones here in the pavilion were perhaps the most splendid ever made.
I've always been absolutely.
Was that Jude Law? I don't know who was speaking, but Jude Law, if you know Jude Law, he's a British guy. He played Dumbledore in the last like Harry Potter films and shit like that, you know, that guy. And he's got the most beautiful British accent, and he sounds exactly the same. Like exactly the same.
Cages. My grandmother used to have.
No greater assemblage of these things, and the ones here in the pavilion were perhaps the most splendid ever made. 4 in the music room, 16 feet high, 2 more in the music room, 12 feet high, and 2 further 12-foot-high pagodas.
Okay, so that's David. So that's not what's his name? Jude. Yeah, that's not him. That's not him. This is David. But David, oh my god, David, you sound exactly like Jude Law. Like there is a like
The long gallery.
try that. Or actually, we can go for that. YouTube. Let's go for Jude Law interview.
Thank you very much for that, Lady Gaga.
Thank you.
That's the current single.
Is my current single, yes. The hat.
I realised I'm
Please
in
be
the danger
careful.
zone.
It's fly.
It's at the end of the...
We're gonna be speaking.
Has anyone has any allergies?
No, Jude Law interview.
Volgens de hem Black Week.
No, just do your own research. You know, like he sounds exactly like that guy. It just does. Just does.
The delight is in the assemblage of these materials, the care taken to both invoke emotion.
We're drawing a lot of our framework from something called assemblage theory. I'm gonna spend like a minute talking about it, but it's a really interesting theory.
Assemblage theory. Okay, so assemblage. We know that one. Okay, and another one. How much time? Actually, we've got 9 p.m. At the moment, it's for me, it's 9 p.m. We've got 1 hour and 44 minutes. So let's just leave it here because my eyes are killing me and that's it. It's not like I'm not having fun. I'm having a lot of fun, but we can, yeah, it's quite late and I have to wake up early, you know, just to entertain my students and stuff, you know? So this is what we've got. We have to revise this, right? So we've got lucid. Yeah, first word was lucid. Do you remember what it means? It means clear. I just spat. Means clear, easy to understand. If your mind is coherent, bright, clear, and lucid. My personal example is I wish that my speech was more lucid, you know, because it's not. You know, I'm really, really messy. We've got lucidity and lucidly. You can say things lucidly, right? Beautiful. Then we've got our lovely compendium, which is a brief summary of a larger work. So the Gardener's Compendium, compendiums the compendiums for travelers and yeah, that one. Then we had the word ravishing. Ravishing means extremely beautiful. So my dog is ravishing. My plants are ravishing. I believe that you are ravishing. Yeah. Yeah, and to ravish means to give great pleasure. So you can say I was ravished by the film or someone's the beauty. I was ravished by this lesson. Yeah. The ravishing beauty of Eddie, which is my doggy, right? Yeah. Ravishingly, to ravish, ravishing, nice. Then sensuous, pleasure, quite similar to sensual, so it's all about your senses. So it is like satisfying your senses. You know, it could be visual, audible, or you know, these ones. My foot office is a sensuous environment. Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. Look at it. I mean, you know, green, beautiful. And assemblage. No, assemblage. So my room is varied assemblage of plants and different types of fun, yeah, and entertainment, yeah, and collection. It's a collection of things and people, and basically assemblage is, yeah, you put things together. If you put it into a book, you've got a compendium. So this is what I learned. So as I told you, it's a lengthy process, right? So in an hour and a half, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words, right? But because I've done this research, I can guarantee that I'm gonna remember this forever. I just will, because I spent a good quality time with this vocabulary. Now I'm gonna keep it somewhere. So every single day I will be looking at those words. I don't have to, like, you know, forget it and then study it again and go through the entire research process again. Like, no. I'm just gonna keep it here and I'm gonna just, you know, skim through it. Every time I am in this room, you know, like after the lesson, before the lesson, I'm gonna look at it. Lucid, compendium, sensuous. Now I remember, I know what it means, right? So I will just be like looking at it. I'm gonna keep it there. And then once I'm done with those, then I'm gonna turn it over and write something new. So that's that. And actually, I'm going to keep it here like for a month minimum. It is going to be somewhere like for a month, so I can make sure that I will genuinely remember those words forever. Anyway, that is that. So in case I actually post this on the internet, then I'm gonna do another one again. I'm definitely going to. I had a lot of fun. I feel like I have practiced enough. I enjoyed this. I don't give a fuck about you if you enjoyed it or not. I don't care. But feel free to join me next time, and we will see if, like, next time I actually might do it live. I will probably ask some of my students to join me there, so I won't be there alone. So I will see if any of them would fancy that. But I told about my channel to like 3 of my students, because, you know, like my channel is shit, and I know that. Basically it doesn't count, you know, as they say, like the first year on YouTube just doesn't count. So I take it, you know, as that. So like it's shit videos, shit quality, and I just don't know what I'm doing. So we're gonna embrace that. Like, I genuinely don't care. So I might actually like share it with more of my students, and we can have a fun online. But we do it every single day. I'm chatting shit. I'm tired. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep it here. I hope to see you next time. you know, in this corner or in the other corner of my little office. Stay happy and healthy. Take care, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Love you. Bye, 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 bye. Now I have to switch it off, but I just don't know how. Give me a second. Okay, end recording. Okay, cheerio. Bye.